Welcome to today's episode of Our Take on This. It's the second one that we're doing virtually now that we've started the program back up again. And today we thought we'd just get a bit real about what it's like to be running a small business right now in this environment, because you know what? There's been a lot of sleepless nights. There's been a lot of tears. I guess one thing that we're grateful for is that we're still doing business, but there have been challenges. And we wanted to come on today and just maybe some of our tips or some of what we've been through makes other small business owners feel better, because we're all going through this. So that's kind of the topic of today. It's kind of as a small business, navigating the challenges that are being presented to us right now. So like everyone, we have a lot of cutbacks. Our clients have significantly cut back, and we understand, but it's almost like our clients are big companies, and then it trickles down to a small business who's just trying to keep their doors open, basically, and keep their staff employed. So it has been a lot of pressure. We've been very, very busy, because every approved marketing plan that we had in place for our clients had to pivot, had to change. The events that we had planned were no longer happening. Some of the initiatives no longer made sense. So we had to redo everything. So we have been quite busy, and we've been trying to come up with strategies, to get our clients through this, and also strategies to get ourselves through it too. Right, Kim?
It's true. Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's a lot of what it's been like. As much as we've been helping our clients pivot, and oftentimes that means going back to the very first proposal, going back to our objectives and finding a different way to get it done. We're also a business with objectives and goals, and going back to our own and seeing what we can do to pivot ourselves at the same time, because the retainers aren't what they were a few months ago, unfortunately. And we're all hoping that this is temporary. But we need to be agile, all of us. So there has been a lot of change in that area. And then we've also really changed how we deal with working distance-wise.
Mm-hmm.
We have our daily check-ins every day on Zoom or Google Meet, and that's immensely helpful. Cameras on for everyone, because we want to make sure that we're all, really staying connected. Whereas before, if you dialed in or from with your workout clothes on, whatever, like that wasn't really a big deal, but we're all sort of dialing that up and trying to bring our best face forward when we do have those meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing, the teamwork hasn't been impacted as much as the actual work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, one of the ways that as a small business owner, I've been able to cope, and thanking the Canadian government, we do have some help in place. We were able to get the CERB loan very quickly. We are able to get wage subsidies soon, I hope. Our goal is, as I said, keep the door open, the figurative door open, not the real door, because our office in Burlington is closed, obviously, but to keep our team together. That's my main goal through this, and to also be good partners to our clients who are also struggling with budget cutbacks and with reduced workforces, for example. So, it's just been a trying time. Applying for all those grants and loans and everything too was very time consuming. So I have that on top of the project work and everything that we're doing for our clients. It's just been working a lot of long hours, believe it or not, for a lot less budget, which is, at the end of the day, it can wear on you. I'm not going to lie. There has been a lot of tears. So, but there are some things that we've been doing. We'll call it our team morale boosters. Kim mentioned the daily calls. There's a few other things that we've been doing, Kim, to keep morale up.
We have our Friday happy hours, which are really fun. The conversation doesn't necessarily stay around work, but it's a great time for us to get people and our friends caught up on, on the other aspects of our lives that take place outside of our Zoom conference calls, our ubiquitous Zoom conference calls.
Leading into those crazy weekends where none of us have plans.
Well, and I was just going to say, sometimes I feel like they take the place of my non-existent social life right now,
Yeah. Another thing that we've done, and I'm a kind of a long-time listener of a podcast by Agency Management Institute, and a gentleman named Drew McClellan. And he had a guest on last week. And I'm not usually, I don't read a lot of self-help books and stuff like that. Maybe I should, but I don't. Anyways, I do read business books, and this was a business model that he suggested during this time that made a lot of sense to me, and I wanted to share because I think we're trying to implement it at Flying Camel, and it's called, and the gentleman who came up with this model his name is Adam Carroll, and it's the HEAT model, and I have it on my whiteboard. I've kind of check in with myself every day using this HEAT model. The H is for, hey, how are you? Checking in with everyone. We've encouraged the team to make sure that they're talking to each other each day. If you normally sat at our boardroom table and worked with a work partner, open a Zoom chat, open a Google Meet, and just be there for each other. So it's checking in on each other all the time. And the E is expectations, setting expectations for yourself, asking your clients what their expectations are during this time. Your team members, what are your expectations for this week, and setting it in kind of chunks. My expectations for today are, my expectations for this week are, and that's helpful. It's almost like a checkpoint for yourself. The A, I'm doing a lot of talking. The A is trifold. It's acknowledgement, accountability, and appreciation. So acknowledge all the good things. Send your appreciation to any kind of positivity. Let's share that. Someone does a great job on something, we'll rally the whole team and we'll talk about it, just so everyone is feeling good about their efforts. And accountability, that kind of leads back to the expectations, is being accountable for what you set for your week, your day, whatever. So it's also a very good check. And then the last one, Kim mentioned that as well. We've always been really good at this at Flying Camel is teamwork and working together. So that HEAT model, I encourage everyone to kind of think that it's for yourself, it's for your work, it's for everything. Yeah, so that's kind of a guiding principle that we're using right now on a Monday morning, and we check in about it all week. So whatever you can do to get through this, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we're all doing the best we can. And I mean, it's funny, in such adverse circumstances, some of the best work our agency has been involved with have come out of the last few weeks, just because of necessity. And we've done a lot of things that we're proud of, but at the same time, we have adjusted expectations, and we've had to work different hours and things like that, just to account for lifestyle and responsibilities, and just really kind of finding new ways to work together. And I think that, the solidarity of our team really shows when we do have challenges like that.
And being understanding. I mean, you've got 3 young kids at home, and
Do I ever?
it's just not all that easy during the day. I know, and I my heart goes out to all young parents who are dealing with working at home and with homeschooling. I can't imagine. My kids would have been a nightmare, and I would have been the worst teacher ever. Just saying that. But I also want to do a shout out to other small business owners. I mean, I'm going through this. I've been checking in with my agency peers that I've met. Anyone listening wants to reach out and talk strategy, I'm good with that. Yeah, just putting that out there. The High School Musical song goes through my head all damn day. We're all in this together, but we really are. So as I said, we just wanted to be real today. It's been challenging, not gonna lie, but we're still doing business, and we're still gonna come and show up on here and talk. So today, that's our take on this.